Welcome to the Riders Lounge. I'm Mark Fawcett, and today we're talking about the AMPLID Souly Grail. So AMPLID, a name that's starting to become more popular here in North America. It's been around for 20 years. Obviously, it's a German company. Peter Bauer is one of the founders and lead board designers, testers, and promoters of this company. I had the privilege of riding with him this autumn and got on a couple of different AMPLID boards. This one I did not while I was there, had one shipped to me and just got on it on some early season condition. It's at Sunshine Village in Banff. So this is the 162. It is within the centrifugal category. They have 4 different categories of boards within AMPLID, and this one is definitely designed as their like all mountain, fully rated as a 10 out of 10 for carving. I would say it's probably that in powder as well, based on everything I know about it. I did only get 1 full day on it, but had a lot of amazing feelings about this board. So the specs, it's a 162, 26 wide, so that's just getting in there to like, for me, like life starts at 26. 6 mils of taper, also that like super sweet spot for me. I love taper in that range, anywhere from like 4 to 8, 4 to 1 centimeter. Has an 8.2 meter side cut radius. Rides like, he's designed this thing really well at like a 45 degrees. I would say it rides like it has a little bit of elliptical at the ends because it power steers, it turns and initiates into the turn so well. It pulls you in, I would say. And I was really impressed with that. So for a 162, it can do some really tight turns. You're not having to wait for it to initiate getting in there across the fall line. One thing I really found about this board was it bends out super well through the whole board. So I have like a great feeling through like the bulk of the board. Doesn't load up at the ends like a lot of boards if you really feel it. If you close your eyes and you're on some perfect snow, you'll often feel the contact point's a little bit stronger than the rest of the board. So they've done a really good job with being able to spread the load through the entire board. There's actually a fair amount of camber in this, with early rise, of course. I mean, almost every board has that now. AMPLID, no exclusion there. But also the core profiling, the thickest and stiffest part of this board is like, I think right under and in front of the front foot. And from there, the core profile almost stays the same. It comes back down. Most boards come back down and back up. If it does come back up, it's just a little bit. It's got a great feel through the rear 2/3 of this board. So one of the other things I really enjoyed was the nose blend and that spoon nose. And even though it's like off from a perspective of it doesn't really start to spoon up until after the takeoff of the nose, you do notice it in softer conditions. I mean, even if you're only in a couple centimeters or an inch, 2 inches, it really keeps that section of the nose out of the way and from digging in, trenching. In powder, I've ridden all sorts of different spoon noses, and same thing. It just sort of eliminates the drag and the hook that can sometimes have. It's also in an area that's side cut. Its shape is opposite of side cut. So if you get a board that's really aggressive like that and dead flat, sometimes you'll actually find the nose will want to pull away from you. So really happy that they did that in there. Construction wise, so it's a triax glass, a lightweight wood core. It's quite a light board. They have a couple of big composite patches in the core here. They call it anti-phase, so they're already on their 3rd version, anti-phase 3.0. And so just the nature of having something that's a different density and vibrates at a different frequency in here compared to the rest of the wood core, that really silences the flap chatter and a lot of the like, sort of mid and high-speed frequency vibrations, and it's noticeable. There's also some elements of honeycomb composite in here as well, which like lightens this whole front end of this board's really light. In general, the whole board's quite light, especially for a 62. But I had a blast riding on it. Just like you could feel, I mean, the best way to describe it is I could just feel that whole board bending in a perfect circle every time I put it on edge. So great job. Of course, it's got a fast bass, centered bass on it. I haven't waxed it since since I rode on it like 2 days ago. But and I even put a couple little scratches in it there because it was early season conditions. But fast bass, great construction. This length is super good for me. You know, again, I'm like 5'8", 185, and this 62 fit me perfect. This would be a daily driver for most people, I would say, especially for that combo of like on-piste, you know, wanting to rip carved turns on the groomers, and then duck out to the side and ride powder, or even on just a really big pow day. I think this thing would be fantastic. I do want to thank our sponsors here at Riders Lounge. Without them, we wouldn't be able to pull this off. And of course, without you, the viewers, too. So BALDFACE Lodge, they're getting hammered. As we speak right now, it's dumping. They've had a really good early season leading up to, you know, client time, which is right about next week. So BALDFACE Lodge, thank you so much. Got to thank Cole for keeping us clothed and hatted up. Got to thank NBC, the folks there at Nelson Brewing Company, Stoke the Fire Hot Sauce. If you come into the shop, we have this upstairs. If you buy a board, we make you take a shot. That's not true. It'd be fun if we did that. If we actually did that, it'd be cool. We should. And once again, thank you so much for watching us on the Riders Lounge. Please, I know I hate saying this, but like and subscribe. It is one of the only ways that we could like keep generating interest and keep this whole train rolling. So like and subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends. And till next time, I'm Mark Fawcett signing off. Thank you very much.